Hey parents, today I'd like to talk a little bit about some anti-bullying strategies. What you might need to know about bullying. Bullying is something that's occurring in schools, and it's something that really needs to have a stop put to it. So simply put, bullying is intimidating or subjecting a person to hostility or ill treatment. This involves actions which cause another person to feel afraid, humiliated, embarrassed, threatened, or shamed. It occurs in relationships where there's an imbalance of power, where one kid just can't stand up for themselves. And it's repeated over time. Now, it can take many forms. Verbal bullying might be teasing or joking or inappropriate gossip or threats. Maybe the bullying is physical, blocking someone's path or physically restraining them, pushing them, kicking them. Hazing is a physical form of bullying. Maybe your child's property is being stolen or destroyed, or maybe their property is being hidden. But today, 2/3 of teenagers go online daily to do schoolwork, connect with friends, and read about their favorite celebrities. Social networking sites are not the only place that cyberbullying happens, but they are one of the most common. Kids post comments, send cruel messages, post hurtful polls or pictures, or start rumors about each other. The impact of cyberbullying can be wider reaching than bullying in person. It can also be anonymous. Youth who are cyberbullied may not even know who is bullying them, or specifically why they're being targeted. And the statistics really should astound you. So how can I tell if my child is being bullied? Well, one way is that they have few or no really close friends. Oftentimes they're frequently socially isolated. Maybe they come home with bruises or injuries that can't be explained. Maybe their belongings are being taken or damaged. This is something that can happen to any child. So what should I do? Well, if your child comes to you and tells you that he or she is being bullied, don't overreact or panic. Try not to let your emotions cloud your judgment, and never encourage retaliation. Tell them you're proud that they came to you. Sometimes children don't want to tell their parents because they'll make too big a deal over it and matters will only get worse. The most important thing is to resolve the situation. Work with the school. Get all your facts and set up a meeting. Going in person is much more effective than an email or a phone call. Administrators usually can't make a bullying situation vanish overnight, but they can immediately work to help your child feel more supported and safer. Focus on how to resolve the situation, and your child will feel safe. If the bullying is criminal in nature, you may need to contact law enforcement. So how can I tell if my child is the bully? Well, maybe they're picking on their siblings at home. Maybe they regularly brag about how great they are. Frequent name calling, or maybe having to have their own way all the time. Generally, bullies lack empathy for others. And oftentimes, their misbehavior at school is frequent. Now, no parent wants to hear that their child is bullying other children. Your job is to make sure that they do learn from this episode. Bullying is too important to ignore. When a person realizes that their child is bullying others, it's important to acknowledge the problem and make sure it's stopped. Don't just punish. Try to teach. If your child admits to treating another child rudely or cruelly, don't ask them why they picked on the child. The main message needs to be that there is never a good reason to be socially cruel to someone else, period. Children often bully others who they perceive as different from themselves. And ultimately, it's your values that your children will emulate. Let's take a look and see what these kids have to say about bullying. Sometimes the best way to find out how kids feel about bullying is to go ahead and ask them themselves. It's time to stand up and speak out. We need to stop bullying now. Bullying needs to be prevented. Thank you.